come down with a big old bus, they take the whole wedding party down. Plus, they even get fed lunch, man.
So we're cool.
Yeah, we got nothing to worry about, man. Unless you don't got a green card.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf.
And I am CD Spivey.
And this is Censored Freedom. Glad to have everybody with us today. A quick shout out to everybody across all the platforms, X, Rumble, YouTube, all of you guys. We appreciate you guys so very much. Speaking of, how has your week been, brother?
Here and there. Doing pretty good.
That's what I likes to hear.
We are on TikTok. I do make announcements on TikTok for the show. So I'm just letting you guys know, hey, TikTok over there. If you're coming from TikTok, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely. Before we get into our main story today, and trust me, you guys want to hear this one. This is huge. There is a bit of a hurricane about to hit in Florida, Bubba.
That blows.
It really does. Blows quite a bit for the people down there. It's going to be quite wet. You can be sure of that.
It's what she said.
Ha! But yeah, it is going to be bad down there. So you guys hunkered down. We hope you stay safe. To all our listeners in Florida, we're thinking about you.
You know them Florida people down there. You know, kind of like them Florida man reports. You know, kind of like dude rapes an alligator, steals a car, and runs from the cops. You know, that kind of thing.
Throws alligator through drive-through window.
That is a real story, by the way.
That's disturbing that is a real
robs
story.
A drive-through window with an alligator.
Threw it into the drive-through. Could you imagine getting the complaint letter on that? We're sorry to inform you, you are banned from our premises for throwing an alligator.
Yeah, I got family in Jacksonville and Yulee, and they're all freaking nuts.
I mean, it's Florida, man. It's got to be in the air down there. Got to be in the air.
They're just crazy. It's a different breed down there.
See, that's why a civil war is a bad idea for the North. If they ever make it through the southern states and get to Florida.
Well, this civil war is going to be California and New York against
everyone else.
And it's going to be the purple-haired,
No, I'm in a real civil war, not the joke that they're calling a civil war.
Well,
theirs wouldn't last 10 minutes. You're talking about the guys that don't even own guns. Come on now.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about this story, man. Let's
Speaking of people that don't need to own guns, the illegals.
Democrats.
Yeah, what you said.
Yeah, we don't need gun control. We need Democrat control.
They're terrorists when they're armed.
Yeah, there you go.
But the Redacted channel the other day put out a very important story, and I'm really glad you sent this to me because I was totally unaware of it. We know they've been flying around illegals. We know that, right?
Yeah. Well, now we have the tail numbers of their contractors that are actually doing it.
And they're not just flying around illegals, like just, flying them to ports of entry and let them into the country. It's much, much worse than that.
They are flying them to actual cities.
Well, that, and they're flying them back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like our little
opening scene there from Cheech and Chong.
They were self-deporting themselves to go down for a wedding party. That is being cut loose now that these people are going down back home to visit their families. And it's not that they're refugees that are running from somewhere that could kill them. Their family is actually welcoming them home like in an American, or kind of like a deployed soldier coming home. You
right.
Got the sign, welcome home, bruh.
So these people are literally getting deported on purpose, willfully deporting themselves. Just to turn around and come right back in the country, right?
Yeah.
Through like the mobile app and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing is we took Story Redacted reported on this this past week, and showed how these contractors are shuttling these people back and forth. And I do appreciate that married. It's a married couple,
Natalie and Clayton.
Yeah,
Natalie and Clayton Morris, Redacted.
Yeah, they are awesome, and thank you so much, Redacted, for the story. But we're going to go a little bit further tonight on that story to show you exactly where they're going and what they're doing. And we're just using a simple app that anybody can download on their cell phone to do this. This research, they made it so freaking easy. It's insane. And it's like, you suckers did this? And it's like, we cannot track on this app. You may be able to track some military aircraft, but you can't track them all. You can't track all the fighter jets and things like that.
You can track some fighter jets. I have seen them on here.
Things like Air Force One, I don't think you can track Air Force One.
I'm pretty sure you cannot track that one on here.
But the majority of airplanes, whether it be a tiny little single engine Cessna or a jetliner,
right,
you can track it on Flight Radar 24.
So let's go ahead and show them that now. And it looks like, again, it's not going to work. So give me just a second. We'll get that pulled up for you guys.
Yeah, this is basically a very simple app. And we've shown we're going to show where people are actually being carded and how it's being done.
If I can get it, will open. Give me just a moment, guys. I do promise we will get this on screen. There we go.
Hey, there we go.
I just got to do a little finagling there. But so this is what we're talking about here. This is Flight Radar 24. This is on a browser window. You can go straight to a browser window. I didn't have to sign in. You can see I'm not even logged in.
No.
So you ain't even got to log in to do anything we're going to do here. You can click on any individual flight, each one of these yellow dots. Mm-hmm. It's going to show you where it's coming from, where it's going. It's going to give you all the information for the flight, the tail, wing number, the whole 9 yards. This one happens to be a Southwest flight. Like any flight, any country around the world, if it's registered, then it's going to show up, right? If it's got its, what's the transponder? Is that what it's going off of?
Yeah, it's going off the transponder. Yeah. I want you to go ahead and look up World Atlantic Airlines tail number. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
N801WA.
N801WA. Right here.
All right. Now, we can go and look at the flight history of 801 Whiskey Alpha. How about Guatemala City to El Paso, Laredo to Guatemala, El Paso to Laredo, San Pedro to El Paso, Laredo to San Pedro, El Paso to Laredo.
Now, where's San Pedro?
Where is San Pedro?
It is Honduras.
It's Honduras.
And Guatemala City's in Guatemala, of course.
So these are contractors that are flying illegals up and down from inside our country to out our country.
So to be clear, where did we get this flight path number from? Where did this tail number? Where did we get this specific number to look up from?
From the exact from the redacted report. This airplane was pictured on their report as, World Atlantic Airlines, and this is one of their contractors.
Right.
So I wanted to research, actually do my own research and look at this and go, okay, what is this airplane doing and where is it going? Are they telling the truth here? Is Redacted telling the truth here? This is no bullshit.
This looks real to me. And what's really interesting is, there's a whole lot interesting about this, but she mentioned that there was a number of flights going from this company specifically. They're out of Florida. They started in 2022 with 2 planes. 2. They've now got 17 planes in their grouping, their fleet, right?
Yeah.
70. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure a plane is a really expensive thing. That's over $1 billion in planes. Where are they getting this money? I think it's pretty obvious where they're getting the money.
Yeah. Now, they've
government contracts.
the sister plane to this plane. It's one number higher. It's November 802 Whiskey Alpha. It's going from Havana to Miami, and then one was diverted. Miami to Havana, Holguin to Miami, which is Cuba, Miami to Holguin, Havana to Miami, Tampa to Havana, Havana to Tampa, Miami to Havana. This is all basically a Cuban contract.
Santa Clara, Miami, Tampa, Santa Clara.
Yeah, this is all basically their Cuban contract for Cubans coming up. So they don't have to row the 90 miles to Miami anymore.
They just hop one
get
of these
on a
planes.
Freaking plane.
And, you know, they've got that mobile app now for the people trying to come
CBP
into
One.
this country. Yes. Mobile One. Yeah, CBP Mobile One.
Yeah, so now all they have to do is book a flight with CBP.
There you go. So
And they can come across the border illegally. Congratulations. Here's our freaking invasion, people.
So I'm in the country. I'm an illegal. My daughter is having her quinceañera back in Mexico. So I'm going to
Self-deport yourself.
I'm going to self-deport back to Mexico, get a free ride, free lunch, taxpayer paid everything.
Give you lunch, man.
Right. I'm going to be in shackles. Now, they are in shackles, to be fair. This is like a federal custody, quote, unquote,
Yeah.
situation. Right?
Yeah.
So they are traveling in shackles. They are being, quote,
They cross out of
deported.
American airspace and then they're cut loose.
And as soon as they get home, according to so the person that was giving this information was a flight marshal. I definitely suggest you go back and listen to the redacted interview. It was really, 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 really good. But she said when they land, it's not like a somber, oh, I'm back home. No, it's a party. Woohoo, we made it. We're home.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
well, you know, when they come here, these assholes claim, if we go back home, we're going to be murdered. You know, and that's not the case at all.
No, not at all. Why would they be going back for parties and this and that if they're going to be murdered when they go back home?
No, it's
a
they're
lie
not
for asylum.
Refugees. They are not refugees. As highest.org is telling you that they are refugees. They are not refugees. These are basically just military-age men coming over here to take jobs and invading our country violently.
110%. Why just men? Why just military-age men? Why in droves? There's only one reason I would notice in that many of that kind of people into a country.
This is an invasion.
This is setting your army up inside of a country before the invasion. Before we flip over here, I've got another flight log from the same company. 805,
805.
is another
What's your-
one in their fleet.
Calgary?
Camagüey. So this is
Camagüey.
Cuba.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So this is another one. It matches the flight log of the last one we just seen.
I'm too far away from the screen. Couldn't read that. Wow. Oh, here's another one. Holguin. Havana. Miami to Havana. Oh, wow.
Santa Clara.
Here's
and this,
another one.
Now, mind you, this is in a week. This is a 7-day list we're looking
That
at.
is insane, dude.
Varadero, where's this at? This is Cuba. So, yeah, we've got another one of this same company going back and forth to Cuba. And I believe we had even another one on here, but you get the idea. It's the same thing. 808, here's another one. Camagüey, Havana. What's this? Cap-Haitien. Haiti. Here's one to Haiti, Bubba.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking for that one that was going to Haiti. Yeah, Cap Haitian. Yeah, and you're getting these that are, they're going to Haiti. These are the people that are violently taking over apartment buildings.
Yes, these are the Haitian migrants they're talking about coming in.
I'm not going to say they're eating cats because I guess they're pressing charges on Trump and Vance now for I guess it's civil or criminal charges that they're now trying to press on the Trump campaign for claiming that they're eating cats and geese.
Oh, just like the what was the name of that company? The election company that was trying to do the same thing to shut people up.
Yeah.
It's a way to get them to stop talking, and those two are not going to do it.
No.
And as they said, they're not making the claims.
But they're
Not making. Now think about this. They said they're not making the claims. My constituents are saying this. I'm telling you what they're saying.
Well, that's what Trump said to frickin' begin with. Is that no? People in Springfield are telling us this stuff.
Right. So no matter what kind of lawsuit, and this is going to open up for discovery also.
Yeah.
So if there's any suits or cases that's gone on because of this, this will be discovered.
Well, when they start discovering, they're actually eating poodles and noodles and kitty cat pot pie, they're just going to have to go, oh, wow, shit, I guess we were wrong.
And there's a video going around YouTube right now. It's a short that shows this Haitian migrant woman covered in fur and blood being arrested for eating a cat.
Yeah.
But remember, it's not happening.
No, it's not happening.
Don't believe your lying eyes. How dare you?
In a couple of weeks we'll have the it's happening, but it's okay, right?
It's happening is okay. Then you're a white supremacist.
If you disagree with it.
Oh no! It's happening is okay. Then it's good for you. Then you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, it's good for you. Cats are good for you.
Or
They're part of the food pyramid now.
Or it helps the environment. There's one I'm sure they'll be. Less cats will help the ecosystem.
What if they eat cats?
Yeah, okay. Poor dog sitting in the corner going, am I next? What the hell? Let your dog see you eat your cat. I bet that dog will not make another mistake the rest of its life. That's disturbing.
Yeah,
yes, I am not condoning cat eating. That was a joke, just to be clear.
Holy crap.
Don't call PETA on me. I was kidding. Maybe. I hear they taste like chicken.
Well, what also we're looking at here is this how they are trafficking children? Could this be really how they're trafficking children?
That's another good question.
That's another thing is all of these hundreds of thousands of missing children that are unaccounted for
that have come into this country and been released by the authorities in this country.
I mean, how many of them ended up in Diddy's freak-offs?
I mean, you ain't wrong.
I ain't right either.
That's truth. But you ain't wrong on that one. How many ends up in the hands of politicians? How many ends up... they had, I know you sent me another one. We were looking at a documentary where they were going to these places, the addresses of where the children were supposed to be. And
they was boarded up.
Yeah, there hadn't been anybody there for a long time.
Yeah.
So you see this happening. How are they moving these children around?
Well, either by vehicle, by bus, or by airplane.
Exactly. Flying into this country, herds of children.
How bleeding heart easy is it? You've been to an airport before and you see one of these kids that are flying unaccompanied, right? And they are the belle at the ball.
Right. Everybody
sees them. Everybody knows who they are. Everybody's taking care of them. They are given the world when they're on that airplane or in that airport,
right? And
they are chaperoned like crazy. Well, illegal alien children, they're the belle of the. Okay, here they are. They're the belle of the ball,
right?
And nobody's thinking, well, where's this child from? Can't speak English.
Where's this child's parents? Where's the child's guardian?
Yeah, waiting on the other side.
There are literal gangs of children that are in this country. Think about this. Gangs of children. We haven't seen any yet, of course, but the 300,000, 400,000 children lost. Lost in this country.
Yeah.
That's a gang. There's got to be a good group of them we're going to find together, like terrorizing people, right?
Riding wheelies on dirt bikes in the middle of Burnout City Center.
No, Power Wheels.
Well, no, these are, well, yeah. I mean, there are some younger kids, but you can think there's a bunch of teenagers.
Right. But the point is, if they are like just how are they releasing minors onto the streets in this country, though? I mean, that's another disturbing thought, right? In and of itself. They're literally releasing minors onto the street. No supervision, no adults.
Teenagers scared the living shit out of me. I love that song. It's funny.
And now you're living it. Unfortunately.
I just got done raising 3 of them, and yes, they do scare the fuck out of me. I have 2 of them driving.
But
Get off the sidewalks.
But you know what's really important is the fact that to do this, to do the child trafficking, to move these illegals, to move these immigrants, takes a lot of contracting
Yeah.
to the federal government. You got to have your contract for your airplanes. You got to have the contract for your flight attendants, your contract for your security, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's bukus of billions of dollars being poured into this. It makes it look like this would be the number one child trafficker in the world being the American government.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is the American government basically feeding this hunger for children.
But what's even worse is it's not only children being trafficked into this country.
Yeah.
You got drugs, you got God knows what else is coming in this country. Diseases from God knows where. You know they aren't giving them medical exams before bringing them in this country.
Oh no. You know, they're trying the H5N1. They're trying the monkeypox, but we're not in danger for any of that. I mean,
They even tried measles.
measles. Yeah, they tried measles. They're going to try anything they can do to, one, shut us down. There's a lot of talk right now about what is that? Total control. You know.
Oh, they want absolute total control. They want a one-party system.
Yeah, basically,
100%.
They want to find a way to shut us down.
And it's only going to get worse as we get closer to the election. I'm surprised we haven't heard about the Black Plague at this point, right? Like, I'd expect them to pull out every stop possible at this point. But the illegals coming in this country, we know that there's a reason they want to keep sending them. We found another company that was actually sending them in country. They're trying to send them to these red states and areas where they're heavily Trump supportive to try to change the entire.
Census?
Yes, change the census, try to change the entire
demographic, and the voting demographic. Yeah, try to change the demographic, change the census, change it. You know, basically flip the whole country blue if they possibly can, and flip these red states blue. You know, they're getting close in Texas.
That's disturbing how close they are getting in Texas.
It's scary.
Then again, you've got a lot of Republican base down there, so you're going to have to send in a lot of Democrats and illegals to do it. But you are at the border, too.
Already. Houston, Dallas. It's pretty bad, man.
And Democrats will stoop to no new low to get what they want. They'll go as low as they can to get what they want. I read another story. We got it running across the bottom here, and it kind of connects to what we're saying about a school in Pennsylvania. And you know, if this happening one place, it's happening other places.
Oh yeah.
They were pulling the students out of class, underage students, and forcing them to register Democrat.
Yeah, either that or convincing their parents. You're like, you got to tell your mom and dad.
No, they literally pulled her out and made her register Democrat, register to vote.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, especially if they're underage.
She was 17 years old. Now, mind you, that's close, and you'll have a birthday within it.
If the kid is going to be of age during the voting season, that's not illegal. I mean, it's illegal to force them to go to a certain party, but it's not illegal for a 17-year-old to go, hey, I'm going to be of voting age, and go ahead and register.
Right. Now, to pull them out to register unbiased, cool. But they pulled them out specifically and told them they had to register Democrat.
Promoting your civic duty is not illegal, but forcing them to go to a certain party definitely is. And of course, you know, they're going with this whole thing of you know, the Republican side is a threat to democracy and existential threat to our well-being, and they're gonna kill trans people, and they're gonna kill gay people, and they're gonna, you know, mass deport the illegals, and they're gonna. I've heard them say they're gonna mass deport the legal immigrants. And I hear that every election cycle, that they're gonna,
They just don't like people that don't have their skin color.
you know, the whole white supreme pizza thing,
Right.
you know, and it's complete freaking
Nonsense.
gaslighting madness. And-
Yes.
and honestly, all of the shit, all of the screw you, all of the crap that Democrats have been saying that Trump is going to do.
Right.
Why the hell didn't he do it the first time?
Well, it's everything they're doing. They're projecting everything they're doing. And we've seen this time and again. Look at the videos of the guy that goes to the leftist rallies, if you will, or leftist group wearing a Trump sign and gets yelled at and spit on and beat and cussed and everything else. Remember, the tolerant left.
Oh yeah. But you have a leftist come over to the Trump side, and everybody loves him.
Open arms.
Wants to feed them and give them drinks and, you know, show them the light.
Right. But these are the people you're supposed to believe are going to shut all these same people down, right?
On X, these are the idiots that are telling you, they're telling you that the Republicans are the ones committing the mass shootings in this country.
Yep.
And I'm like, what?
When if you look at the data, every single mass shooting in the last 2 years, I will
Except
say
for
2
one.
years.
Except for one. And that's that asshole Dylan Roof.
Okay, I'll give you Dylan Roof. All the rest of them were leftists, straight up leftists, proud leftists.
That piece of crap that shot up a black church is the only one that you can say, because he had right-wing leanings,
That's fair.
that you can say that he was a right-winger, maybe, even though he was still a piece of shit.
But I mean, even if you have one right winger, and again, he's a piece of shit, but even if you have just one, look at the 900 they have.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Most of them are trans, off their meds, and voting for Kamala or Biden.
because they believe the lies being told to them by the mainstream media.
Yeah.
And this is the really sad part, because you would think after a little while you would start to see that they're lying to you about everything, whether it's political or just what's happening in town.
That's why I keep pushing. Read your Bill of Rights, and then read the Communist Manifesto, or read the 10 planks of communism, and contrast the two. And you can see plain as day that the Democrats are trying to do the 10 planks of communism. They're trying to take over, industry. They're trying to take over education. Yeah, they're trying to take over everything and leave it to government control. And these people that are trying to say that it's racist to have school choice, you're an idiot.
Oh, absolutely an idiot. School choice is a necessity. That should be a right.
That's one of the things that people are so scared of right now with this. What is this, Agenda 2025 that they're trying to nail Trump with?
Oh, Project 25 or whatever.
Bingo. That the whole education thing, because they need to defend their control of education, because without it, their communist
agenda's garbage.
Their grip, they lose it.
Just think if there wasn't one central location that said you have to have this library book in your library, you have to go by this curriculum.
That's just it. Article 1, Section 8 doesn't give them that authority to have that central location.
Correct. They've usurped that authority.
50 departments of education. We don't need a federal one, and it's not within their authority.
It's the same trick they try to pull on us all the time, like the license. A license to drive, right? Okay, so as I believe it was your right to travel.
I am a driver. Okay, I am a professional driver.
Okay.
They are handing out licenses to people that don't belong behind the wheel. And a license is, to me, yeah, it is a money grab, but it is also a qualification. And you need to have that qualification. Yes, a license is necessary to operate something that can murder people.
So you got to have a license to operate a knife,
No.
but they
Well,
can murder people.
Okay, damn it. Kiss my ass, Jerry.
The Constitution says I've got the right to travel in this country. It's not my fault the main mode of travel is vehicle. That's what it is. According to my rights, I've got the right to travel. But now they've turned that into a privilege because now I have to go ask permission to get a license for them to travel. I can walk anywhere. I can ride a bike. But how dare I drive and use the main mode of transport in this country?
But have you seen these people?
But they'll give a license to an illegal. They'll give a gun to an illegal. But they
Yeah,
want to take
well,
yours.
A license is supposed to be qualification. And that most of the people driving today aren't qualified.
I give you that one. I'll 100% give you that one. But you shouldn't be able to turn a right into a privilege, which is exactly what they did.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You are on a extreme libertarian view of life, and I do understand that. I absolutely respect that. Me and you butt heads quite frequently about your libertarian and my I wouldn't say government control, but maybe qualifications for certain things that may kill
Right.
you, you know.
We do butt heads quite a bit, off and on the show.
I don't believe that we need to, total protectionism.
Right.
But at the same time, there are certain things that we need to serve the public with, that we need to protect the public with, because I'll tell you what, you want to know why your auto insurance is so fucking high? It's because they're not qualifying people to drive.
Actually, the reason is because the insurance is a damn well scam. It's racketeering, 110%.
Here we go again. You've got that extreme, you're betting against, you're betting for yourself. In a way, insurance is a casino.
Yeah.
You are betting for
A casino that the state says you have to play.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I thought I had rights. I thought I had the freedom of choice.
We can do this all night long with the whole healthcare thing.
Oh, don't even get me started on the healthcare thing, Bubba. Oh my God.
That's a casino. All of that pisses us all off.
That's one place we're going to actually start agreeing on is into the healthcare.
Yeah.
Because
$1,000 a freaking or $1,200 a month for health care for a man and wife. Give me a
ridiculous.
fucking break,
I mean, honest to God, I haven't been sick in 3 or 4 years to the point where probably 5 years where I needed to actually go to a hospital. Probably more than that.
Yeah. Last time I was sick, I had the coof.
Now, understand, when I say sick, I don't mean a little head cold. I mean sick to the point I had to go to the hospital.
And I didn't go to the hospital for that. I actually drove a semi-truck with the coof.
So, I mean, a cold is a cold. A head cold is a head. I'm not going to the hospital for them to tell me, get NyQuil and have a good day. Here, give me $100. That's stupid. If I got something bad going on, fine. And that's where insurance should come into play. You got a cancer patient. You got a person who's got a heart problem. You got a person who's going to be in meds their whole life. A diabetic. A person like that.
Why is healthcare so expensive? Healthcare, not the insurance. Healthcare. Why is healthcare so expensive? Because the government got involved.
Yes. 110% yes.
That is why healthcare is so expensive.
Now, there is the argument of specialization, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody can be a doctor. Not everybody can be a surgeon.
Yes, and for that, these guys deserve top pay.
Absolutely.
Because, I want I just had, serious surgery on my shoulder.
Right.
They pulled the ball out of the freaking shoulder, replaced everything, and put things back together. Okay, now, did I want a doctor that drove his 1989 Citation to that operation from his single bedroom apartment? Or did I want that badass mofo that drove his Porsche from his mansion where he just got done playing golf? Which one did you think I wanted to be tearing me apart?
The one from the mansion.
Exactly. You're fucking me up here, man.
I can't help it. I was a big blur. I didn't look like looking like a smudge. I'm already ugly enough. I don't need the smudge
You are
ability
a
here.
Smudge.
But you're right. The reason everything gets so stupid expensive and the reason we don't need it in our lives is the government.
If you want to make something more expensive, get the government involved.
Correct. Which we've seen in the last 3 years. They've made groceries, rent, life in general more expensive.
Interest rates, everything more expensive.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything is up for us, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf.
And I am CD Spivey.
And this has been another episode of Censored Freedom. We'll see you guys next time.
Bless y'all. Follow us on YouTube, X, and Rumble. Take care, y'all.
Love you guys.
Hakuna Matata, bitches.